Who is responsible for finance in marriage, husband or wife? We're going to find out all of that. In a case where a woman earns more than the husband, what do you think the man should do? How do you think they should be able to navigate how they share their responsibility when it comes to finance in marriage? Not to worry, we're definitely going to find out all of that because I have amazing people in the building with experience, because I don't have any experience with finance in marriage. I'm not married, sorry. So they are going to share their experience in how they shared their finance in marriage. So I have somebody that actually, probably was earning, higher than the husband. I don't know if I'm right, but she's going to tell us. So I have Mrs. Educate in the building and also Mr. Emmanuel in the building. So Mrs. Educate is going to tell us brief about herself before we can dive into the conversation. She's looking pretty. And Mr. Emmanuel, you said something to me today, but I'm going to ask you a question regarding to what you said to me. You're going to defend that situation today, to be honest. So we're going to make this as smooth as it can be, because I want to see how your experience was like, especially with managing finance, because cases, we've seen a lot of cases, right, where people do not want to be responsible for finances in marriage. They feel like it shouldn't be 50-50. There are people that don't believe in 50-50. There's still people that believes in 50-50. There's still people that believes in my money is my money, your money is our money, and all of that, right? So we're going to get to know all of that today. So please make way for Mrs. AGK. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here today at Edutalk Podcast. My name is Mrs. Modesta AGK Chuku, aka This Marriage Must Work, aka It Gets Why.
Oh my goodness. It gets why?
It Gets Why.
Is that why?
Yeah. It gets why, and that is why. So I'm happy to be here today.
Thank you. Welcome, to be honest. And you look amazing.
Thank you so much. You too, you're not looking bad either.
Ah, thank you. So, Mr. Emmanuel, welcome to the show.
Hi, everyone. My name is Mr. Emmanuel Obiche. Glad to be here on Edutalk. I'm here to share a little bit of my experience.
You will share plenty of experience.
Not just
Plenty of
little.
it.
And the subject of it.
Yeah.
So,
Better.
I'm good to be here.
Okay, so you all know that. I'm going to start with you, Mrs. AGK, okay, as a married woman. Now, we know why we're here, right? The topic is basically who is responsible for finance in marriage. And as a married woman, I want you to tell me, because I believe that before people get into relationship or before people get into the decision of getting married, they have certain conversations that they have before they can get into marriage, right? So was discussing financial budget part of your, courtship? Was it part of it? Who is responsible for finance in your marriage? I want to start with you first, because you're the married one here. Mr. Emmanuel will tell me why he has a kid and he's not married.
Okay.
Tell me, please.
Oh, thank you so much, Miss Amara. Once
Thank
again,
you.
I'm so happy to be here.
Thank you.
Before we dive into the topic at hand, let's get a glimpse of marriage as a concept. I beg my people now, like when you hear marriage, now waiting they enter your head. Like, when you say marriage, you understand, this is not boyfriend and girlfriend thing. Marriage, they coming together, like, two of them will come together and make the soup, make it make sense. That is marriage for you. So you now, trying to separate the finances, like maybe you want to, because they ask the man, say, now you going to spend more, I make this. It all depends. Sometimes, now you, the woman, now in the work, the man business feel no strong, or in work feel no strong. Now you don't feel expect the man make it a pay school fees of maybe 200k or 150k. You understand? So it all depends on the agreement which often I don't reach. You understand? So you now, as the woman, as the man, before the marriage, what was the agreement on finances? What you wanna decide? Say, this time from so now this thing what they do. It all depends on the arrangement. You understand? So some people just get into marriage blindly without taking these things into consideration, because they are very important. If you don't take them into consideration, you go end up, I don't know, something will just end up happening. You understand? So if you as the woman is any more than the man, you take the lion's share. But if the man is earning more than you, the man will take the lion's share. It all depends. But of course, no any real man will allow woman take the lion's share. My African people get that pride. They won't. They won't.
But you shall say the pride still the work now, because a lot of people are losing.
A lot of them still have that pride though. They do. Most of my African brothers, my Igbo brothers, they won't. They won't. Like
I'm actually going to say something to what you just said now, right?
Yeah.
But I want to hear from Mr. Emmanuel first before I'll say something
Okay.
to that.
All right,
So
darling.
please tell us,
Okay.
what is finance, budget or finance sharing in marriage for you?
Well, for me, like she said, for every marriage, the foundation matters.
Okay.
When people decide to dig into marriage without considering some factors like hinder the growth of that marriage, finance is one of the major key issues in marriages. So I think it's important people people who are into a relationship should sit and then fine tune how they're going to move ahead.
Right.
Because some people go into marriage based on their own personal
Interest, okay.
without considering the other
People,
persons.
okay.
You understand? Like a lady could go into a marriage with a man, looking at the guy, say that guy is promising. You get the point?
Okay, that's it.
Yeah, she's envisaging the future of the guy. You understand? And the guy, on the other hand, too, the girl is pretty. I like her, and then but the deepest part of marriage, they're not considering that part at that moment. So on the long run, when things begin to go, the way the girl expected, the lady expected, things are not going that way. The shortfalls start to show up on its own.
So people can actually pretend while they are courting before they can get into marriage.
Definitely. A lot of things happen before. Sorry, my darling. Sorry for cutting you short. But a lot of things actually happens during courtship.
Okay.
You see the woman or the man pretending to be what he or she is not until you get into that marriage properly. Then you now begin to discover, say, aha. So now, so your bank balance be like, you been able to post, So before you know, they'll begin to have misunderstanding because of that money issue. Money is very, very important in relationship. Yeah, I get the fact that you could say you love him, but money plays a vital role when it comes to marriage and when it comes to making it work. Money is very important. In fact, if money no did that marriage, the marriage will collapse. You understand? Because the guy don't been the carry himself up before say he get fat account balance. So he say nothing she even did there. Now after wedding, now you can't find out say omo, what you expect now. Oh boy, my sister go pack load.
Apparently.
Really?
Some women will go. Yeah, it will just end the marriage.
That's the foundation he laid.
You understand? That's the foundation he laid.
And the lady is not ready to walk with the realities on ground.
With lies. How can you build a marriage with lies?
So she can't compromise. Like she can okay, as it is like this now. Let's just try to work something out.
There are ladies who actually compromise.
Okay.
Who can?
Who can? But there are ladies who never.
Who just leave the
out
marriage.
of 100, 98 people won't compromise because you lied to them at the initial stage.
And sometimes it's not even lie. Like people see these things. You see some things yourself, or you keep saying you improve or she will improve. Sometimes we lie to ourselves.
Yeah.
Believing that this person will change.
Right.
Like so
right.
When it's not going the way you had expected, what next is you making a compromise or you opting out of the system?
Okay,
That's
so
it.
I have a story that I want to share now. Okay, so I saw this story. This woman, or this lady rather, she got married like 3 months ago. But before they got married, they dated for 7 years. And it turned out that maybe they did not have, that was what I said. In relationships, they talk about, lots of things during courting.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that conversation was out of their courting.
Okay.
So they got married. She earns higher than the husband, like
Okay.
times 6 of what the husband earns.
Wow, times 6. That's good.
Yeah, she's into engineering. All those people that are in charge of, engineering jobs gives a lot of money, especially the department that she is in. So she earns higher than the man.
Okay.
So it turned out that now she is responsible for her siblings because I think her parents are not there. And now the man wants to have a joint account with her in that same account.
Okay.
Yes, and now she brought it up for people to react because it now looked like she was overreacting with the whole thing because she has refused that she doesn't want to do a joint account. She doesn't want a situation where maybe when she wants to raise money for her siblings, she won't be able to raise money. Maybe she'll be waiting for her husband's permission before she can withdraw money from that account. So now she was just asking people what she's going to do. Okay, now she suggested that they should have a separate account where they can have certain amounts that they will put in. Maybe they will agree to a particular amount where they will be putting in that account, but the guy refused that he wants that particular one that her name, that bears her name. So he wants to be a join, like he wants to join in that account. So in that kind of situation now, let's imagine you're the woman, right? What would you do?
The guy won't reap where he knows so. The guy is a selfish guy. You understand? You won't carry waiting, you don't know how they take stats.
Okay.
It won't work with me.
Okay.
In fact, that can even end the marriage if I'm the woman. Because it shows that he has this mindset. Maybe, probably he must have heard that I have money. In fact, I'm very sure he does not even love me in the first place. That thing alone, that character of his, for displaying that character alone, so many things will begin to enter my mind. I'll begin to think so many things. Like, are you sure this man was truly in love with me? You understand? Or you understand? Maybe he heard something, blah, blah, blah. And before you know, she will just come to the conclusion that, in fact, you know what? This marriage, to hell with it.
I think for a reasonable man, like personally, I don't ask my woman. I don't even know how much she earns.
Okay.
Do you get? I don't want to. That's how I placed myself. You get?
That's how it should be.
You don't need to know. But if she cares to tell you that this is how much I earn, it's fine. It's okay. Do you get the point? But at that point where he's making that statement, I see a selfish mindset there.
Okay.
You understand? I see that he doesn't have a good intention towards the lady in question. Now, if a man decides to ask you how much you earn, or you submit your money to me, or let me decide what you do with your money, I don't think that is important in a marriage. A marriage that is open, when you're open-hearted to your partner, everything flows without you even asking.
100%. It does.
Speaking of submission, there are a lot of women that actually submit their salary to their husband, right?
Yeah, some do.
Why do they do that?
Well, I think for some, I think it has to do maybe their cultural belief.
Okay.
And some could be maybe over serious, and maybe like she feels she's being submissive.
Exactly. She feels she's being respectful.
Okay.
There are men who don't take advantage of such women. But a lot of men do take advantage of such women. And that's why, for me, I don't ask my woman, what did you do with your money? Did you get it? I don't ask you what you do with your money, and I don't even ask you how much you earn. But for my part as a man, I know that I'll put my 100% into the family. If you feel you can support me, fine and good.
That's the word.
Okay, there's support. So
that's
you
the
don't
word.
believe, okay, do you have this belief of a 50-50, finance sharing, like sharing in marriage? That comes with 50-50.
Okay, let's go biblical now.
Yes.
Let's go in the Bible. What happened in the Bible? When the Lord created Adam, God gave Adam everything, food, water, everything. But Adam was still not happy, isn't it? And God said, okay, don't worry, I know what to do for you. And when he fell into deep sleep, God removed a rib from his ribs and formed the woman. And when Adam woke up, what did he say? He said, at last, you understand? At last, God told Adam that this person that I have given you is your what? Helpmate. It's called helpmate, for Christ's sake. Let's get that picture clear. You understand? Now, if the woman in question wants to help the man with her money, it's her decision, and not because the man is forcing it on her. Do you understand? So it should be her decision that she wants to contribute to the family, make the marriage work, and all the things is her decision.
Okay.
Do you understand? Okay. So it shouldn't be something that's maybe forceful. You understand? But a reasonable woman, of course, will do some certain things even without being told.
Yes, true. That is certainly true. Do you have anything you want to say?
Yeah. On this issue of 50-50, I think there is something that is really triggering this issue involved in the public space. Do you get it? And I think it's the mindset.
Okay.
You understand? You don't force an idea given our societal norms when it comes to marriage, husband and wife, how they operate. So before you say certain things, consider the environment. Consider how it has been done. You get the point? So I really don't believe in 50-50. You get it? I believe in doing my best. Then she can support.
Okay, now I had there was one time, I think that was last week, this wedding, this Prudence
Prudence and Gabriel.
And Gabriel's wedding,
yeah.
Right? And Vicky James and her husband went for the wedding.
Yeah.
So now the husband was spraying
200
while she was spraying
dollars.
In that kind of scenario, what could you have done? Like, what would go through your mind? when you saw that video, do you think it was right for the guy to spray the naira and then the lady sprayed the dollar? Don't you think like she tried to rub it that she has more money than the man?
I'm too liberal to think.
Okay,
that
I was waiting for him to say something.
I'm too liberal to think that way. People are different anyway.
Okay.
But for the way I reason, she's doing her thing. She's doing what makes her happy at that point.
Okay.
That's what she wants to do.
But that's public, It
doesn't matter. I think we think deep too much in this country.
Honestly, we think too deep. We understand.
Deep when it has to do with people's lives.
People's life,
the fact that we are married doesn't mean you don't have a life of your own. You can't make a decision for yourself. There are things you bring to the table and discuss. There are things that normally the lady, she's human. She has her way of reasoning. So free her. Then free me. Let me reason and think what I want to do. I wanted to do 200 and she wanted to do the dollars, right?
Dollars.
So if that was what is going to please her, let her do it. And
so it didn't matter in the face of the public what people are going to say about the husband.
She knows that in this country we don't like, you understand, we just want to talk. So she gave us something to talk about. That lady Vicky James, oh God, I so love her. She knows what she did.
Okay.
She knows she was going to be the topic. Okay. She wants to trend. So she gave us something to talk about.
Now we're here
you understand? And we're talking about it now.
You see, basically.
She serves us well. You understand? Because Femi is paying to 200 and she's paying the dollars. What's the big deal? That is what they want to spray at that moment. He's spraying what you want to spray.
It still boils down to what we're talking about. Who is responsible for financing marriage? And we all know that she is.
How do you know that she is?
I don't know.
That's the public opinion. You think she is.
Okay.
You understand? But kudos to her though. I don't know who is responsible for finances in their marriage. But I love the way she respects Femi. I love the way she carries him. You understand? She pays this she's so demure about the whole thing.
Okay.
And it's crazy, man. I just love it.
Yeah, you just smile.
Kudos to her. Kudos to her. Yeah, because I love what she's doing.
Oh, really?
I love what she's doing with her man.
Okay.
You understand? It shows that you can be influential, you can be richer than your husband and still be under him. That's what's respectful, right? Still respectful. That is what it proves, and that gives me joy. At least other Gen Zs should learn from what Vicky James is doing.
Is she a Gen Z?
Yeah. She is now. How old is she?
Oh, really?
How old do you think she is?
I thought she was a millennial.
No, she's not. I think she's still. She's
in
part of the Gen Z. Yeah.
Oh.
She is. But this Gen Z, she gets sense. She gets sense.
So that Gen Z no gets.
No, that's not what I'm saying, though. Please, that's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying I don't have to. I'm just saying this Gen Z is kind of
Gen Z.
Gen Z. You know what I mean?
Oh my goodness. So this is getting really interesting, and I think I'm loving it. Right. I think I'm loving it. So now, let's come to the part where maybe there was no decision on finance, right?
Okay.
We've left that aside. Okay. So can you deal with a man that isn't doing anything, but you guys married, but you can live with a man that isn't doing anything? You're literally the only one.
Was she aware? Sorry. Was she aware that he's not doing anything?
She might be aware, or she might not be aware. I'm just asking in general. Do you understand? So let's imagine maybe you got married to someone that's probably not doing anything, because a lot of men, you made mention of ego and pride, and you try to classify with the tribe. Okay, my friend said something one time, because I asked him this question. I had to have an interaction with him concerning this topic, and then what he said to me is that he will not even allow his wife do anything for him or for the house. But he feels like he's responsible for everything that has to do in the house. Unless maybe he's not around, then maybe she will handle one or two things. But once he comes back, he's going to refund her whatever it is.
My husband does that all the time. Yeah.
So that ego is, I think that ego is really
It's not just ego. It's not just ego. It's just a man knowing his duty as a man. And know what he's supposed to do as a man. And he doesn't want to be taken for granted. You understand? My husband, for an example, no matter what I spend, when he comes back, he will tell me, how much did you spend? And before I know, I receive PM. I receive an alert.
Wow.
In fact, sometimes he will even add something on top for my troubles. You understand? That respect go dey high now. Have check am. The respect will increase. Not that I'm sometimes I won't even ask him for the money. But he will see that maybe I've changed one or two in the house. And as a reasonable man that he is, he will want to refund back. But if he doesn't refund, it's okay. What I'm just trying to say is, in marriage, it's not all about the husband all the time. What the woman or what the wife can do, you understand? Let her do it. If the husband comes and appreciates, fine. If he doesn't, it's still fine. Now I get that house. Remember, now two of them come together, call her marriage before children come. So don't even be looking at refund themselves. Don't be looking at refunding because not too often now. But if the man won't give you, no problem, no problem. You go collect because
so
you say women
sound like say your money now our money, but my own now my own. Now
now before I think like that, sister. Before I been they think like that, say your money now our money. You understand? My money now my own. But what about now? My money now our money. Oh.
And then you own too now our own.
You own too now our own. We go even add an extra jara for your own too. She get the gist.
I guess
so.
I guess I like this because I'm learning because I want to be in that spot where if I get married tomorrow, I don't go come against a Gen Z mentality. Make at least get me learning.
No.
Can I correct an impression?
Yes. Please go ahead, sir.
I think people should learn, especially ladies. They should learn, like she said, when you give your instances, and then she like concur like that's what her husband does, right? People should learn. Other ladies should learn that what works for her
might not work for them.
Right.
Do you get it? So, like this generation, they are very fast in looking at what Twain is doing and then they pick up. That is how it's supposed to be. No. Do you get the point? That's why I use the word norms as societal norms from the beginning. It's like it's the thing that is happening.
Okay.
If you check the eastern part of Nigeria, an average Igbo man who has money, when he doesn't have money, he finds it difficult to toast a woman on the road. But when the moment that money comes, he feels he can talk to a lady.
Yeah, that money is his right.
That money is his inspiration.
Yeah, power.
Do you get it?
Yeah.
So he use that money to lure the lady into the relationship.
Right.
The fact that he does that to a lady and it works, the other lady should not expect that. Another man who is not an Igbo man should do same. Because that is where depression and marital issues come up.
Starts coming out.
You're expecting this person to behave like the other person. Do you get it? So
right.
It's not like it's biblical. But it's just like a norm. It's something they have built from the onset. So everybody has taken that as our way of life. But you look beyond that. When it doesn't go that way, how do I adjust? How do I make things work?
Right.
Look at the personality of the person you take as a husband or as a wife first.
Right.
It matters. You understand? Sometimes you see these issues that comes up even like occupies your mind that you don't even think how you can even make these finances.
Okay.
Yes, when marital issue starts, you can't even think straight. So how do you even make the money? So people should learn that what works for A may not work for B.
Right.
And make an adjust.
Totally.
Okay.
100% right.
Okay. So now let's just put it this way. Okay. I saw a case where a husband and wife, they had money. Both of them are doing okay. But along the line, the man dropped, like his means of finance dropped, right? And then the woman took responsibility of everything. But at some point, she got tired and started complaining that she wanted to leave the marriage, that started calling the husband irresponsible. She forgot the good time.
The past.
She forgot the good time and then started making the whole thing, make it look like she is the one that has been heading the home. She pays school fees, the rent, the clothes, the feeding, and all of that, right? Do you think that's the right thing for a woman to do? For someone who you dated before you guys married, for someone you swore an oath with in the altar, for someone who you promised to stand by, do you think that's the right thing to do? Because speaking of this generation, a lot of people are doing it now. Now, that's the first one, right? Now, the second one is when a lot of people now do not feel like they need a man, especially when they know that they have money within themselves. And a lot of men are finding how to approach a woman that has money.
Yeah. Because they feel that woman will not bend. She won't bend.
So have you seen now? So the first question I asked about do you think that's the right thing for a woman to do?
Are you going? Should I go? Okay. See, make I tell you something. Easy to say, commodity shoe. You don't know how the shoe down for leg. Tell me, come on. If not like 5 years ago, you asked me this question, I go say, oh, more, wait, say, why I go they feed the man, you understand? I go talk with him. But now I don't get sense. Let me use that word. I don't know what the woman was passing through at that time that made her, call the man irresponsible or that. Some men, when they lose their job or stop doing what they are doing or some things stop going right for them, they'll become something else. They'll become shadow of themselves.
Nice.
You understand? Maybe he turned to alcohol. He turned to so many things that he wasn't doing before at the initial stage. You understand? That can even frustrate the woman.
Okay.
Now, this woman is trying to bring money to the family, and all you're doing is squandering it on things that are not necessary. These things can result to the woman saying those things that she said. They never can tell, well, we're not there. You understand? But to my own little experience, I would say that no matter no matter the situation, say, no be so the man been there. You understand? Say na condition make crayfish bend. No be so. So you as the woman, you go tie the belt. You go tie am strong. Then come pray. Make the man get sense again, pick up. Because if you as the woman they bring, you too go fit get sense as the woman say, oh my husband, as this your work now, don't buy. As this your work now, no dey waka again. Take this money or let's establish something small. If the man gets sense, the man go take your wife advice. And before you know, you pick up again because na sensible man. Except na man when you know the reason well. Now you go remain for that ground. If you fall as a man, you got to get up. Dust yourself. Because if you continue to allow your wife to shoulder the responsibility, or more, you don't lose your right as the husband.
Okay.
You don't lose some. Now the truth be that. So if they do well before as a man, come discover say things no work again, you fall. Oga, try, rise. Ibad as the bad, bring 15 naira every day. Ibad as the bad, bring 15 naira.
Okay.
Make the wife still know say you dey bring 15 naira. You get the gist.
Make respect still.
But
you still get men when no go one collect that money if the wife try raise money for them.
Men no get sense be that.
Okay, this is what I think. Like this thing she's saying now, it's very easy for her now to say
it
at this point because she has experienced a lot of things and she endures.
Okay.
She endures things, right?
That's so it be.
Okay. At that early stage, she won't be here saying this thing she's saying right now. And this is what
it will be different.
These are the kind of people we need in the society today to push the upcoming ones.
Yes.
To open their eyes to see these things that it's not the way they really think it is. Marriage is deep.
Very deep.
Marriage is deep.
Oh, Chineke.
Now you have a man who was, sorry to say this, but I have to say this. I have to be blunt about this.
Go ahead.
Women float when it comes to the depthness of ideas. Women float. Men
Elaborate on that.
Yes, men think deeper than women do. A woman can just sit here once she see that this thing is not in this position. Instead of me, she carry and go drop am for the other side.
You mean say will be ball?
You understand? Who put this in here? That's the woman for you. So people are reactionary.
We react to things easily.
A man will see this thing and see that it's not in the normal place. So this one scatter.
You want to arrange it
and drop it somewhere else. So that is the man for you. So sometimes it's okay for a man to sit and think how a woman reasons and accept her the way she is. But sometimes it's mostly difficult for women to accept a man the way the man is. Just like what you say the man has been feeding, but now she's feeding, and then she feels she's tired already, and this and that. But you know this man very well. That if the man has 1 naira, he brings 90 kobo into the house. Probably the 10 kobo that is left on him, he just want him as a man to have something. You get the point. But like I keep saying, there is nothing that is happening that will not make reference to the societal norms. I keep saying that. It has misled a lot of people from doing the right thing in their homes. People who, when you look at people, don't only pick the one that suits your opinion or your emotions. Also picks the one that you feel like you need to learn something good that will balance the equation. Okay,
so it still boils down to what I want to ask, right? The ladies, now, I told you before, ladies are now finding how they feel like, hey, because I have plenty money, I don't think I need a man. And then when they still get the man, they can be controlling, or they still expect the man to do virtually everything, even while they can actually play a role or support in that relationship or in their marriage. What do you have to say to we now that are not married?
I think that idea is a self-born idea.
Okay.
Probably because ladies see that maybe men talk to them anyhow because they have money. Men misbehave because they have money. So now I have the money as a lady. Do I really need a man? Of course, see, a man needs a woman needs a man. That's just the truth. We can lie to ourselves in the public and say, I don't need a man, I have the money. You need one.
The truth is, ladies, It is high time, when I go they understand, say, the money where they make, not be saying they make am because say, make on they control your husband in the future. I pray may God give them sense. Because for the fact say you they make money, no mean say you can't turn to agaracha. No man go fit talk to you. You're making your money for your own peace of mind. For you to be okay financially.
Exactly.
If you won't buy hair, you not go begin look for hobby. You won't buy clothes, you not go begin look for hobby. You want to be self-independent, which is totally fine. So I want them to remove that mindset of I won't make money so that nobody go, no any man go feel come put me for house, talk to me until you lie. He go talk to you because in marry you put for that house. If you like get billions of naira more than the man, he is your husband for a reason. He's called husband for a reason. Husband for a reason.
But do you know that there are still people you want to continue?
Yeah, I want to continue.
Okay, go
so
ahead.
if you think that you have all the money in the world and no man can boss you around, stay in your house, marry yourself, then get a slave. You know, a slave is different from a husband. Get a slave who is a man. When you tell him come, you come. He will be doing it. That is your slave.
If you have a woman that
but not husband.
they
are different.
If you have a man that you won't control, it's not even good for you.
Oh
It's not
my
good for you
goodness.
as a woman.
If you have a man that
if you have a man that you say come here, he runs down. Say go, he goes.
But you can have a slave that you control because you pay him every month.
For you as a woman.
No, as a man too. As a man, is he healthy for you?
No, it's not healthy for the man. But for the woman too, it's not even healthy for you. You understand? Because a man in the house has his place. Either he has his place. There are certain things he can do in the house that you cannot do as a woman. So when I was in school, there was a lady she was very close to me. She said,
very close to you. I'm still coming for you. I've not asked you what I want to ask you. Very close to you. Go ahead.
Don't interrupt. You see now you will forget what you want to say.
You will not forget.
Okay. All right.
When I say close, she's not my girlfriend. We're just friends. Normal friends.
Okay.
She said to me, I don't like it that I said, give me cup, and then she will stand up and give me cup. I don't like a man that when I say, I don't like this, he'll go and get me the one I like immediately. I don't like that kind of thing.
Of course.
I like a man that talks to me with authority. Yes.
God will bless that girl.
That woman.
No, like seriously.
So that's why I said that.
What kind of authority I beg?
I don't like soft guys.
They don't like guys that are soft.
Yes, same here, me too.
Do you get the point? So there are women like when you say a man, do this, he does it, do this, he do this.
But no, it's not good.
You are missing a place in that.
Or when you are wrong, Oga, when you know saying that you did woman they wrong, then they know the man will come in and say, oh, sorry, don't be offended. Again.
Tell her the truth.
What's that?
If you are wrong.
You know that you are wrong. And stand your ground as the man.
There's something with truth.
It make me lose so many relationships that year.
No matter how I disagree with you that I don't want to agree what you're saying to me. When I go back to my corner,
you just think about
No, so it be. That's so. Yeah. So that brings me to the conclusion.
Don't let me pride make you ginger am before you go inside. But you go sit there sorry.
When I'm in a relationship, I don't put pride forth.
If you put pride, you go scatter the whole thing now. Yeah.
I actually thought you guys would start bantering here. Like I thought, but you guys are agreeing. How?
Yeah, we are because we are both matured. You understand?
Probably we've seen, and then we've not reached that part that will make. I'm sure there's one thing that we're going to disagree here.
Are you sure? The way I'm seeing both of you, I don't think there's anything you want to disagree.
See, experience is just the best teacher. You understand? Once you experience some things in life, you just get some things when you go even begin to argue again because not true. If you check and when not true.
Okay, you said something about you don't like soft men. How will you define soft and how will you define hard man?
Oh, Chineke.
Because I want people that probably don't know anything about the soft and the hard. Maybe their own definition now might be different.
Yeah, it might be different from my own. So, okay, see guys, see. You, as a lady, you know the kind of person you are. You know how daring you can be. You understand? Everybody know themselves. Like me, for an instance, I know I know who I be. You understand? So if you're a soft person, I will begin control you. See that way they say woman they control man. I go control you like boy. You understand? So I don't want that kind of person in my life when I was trying to settle down. You understand? I said no to so many relationships because of that. I will just use style, try. I will do something maybe say I know saying that you did right, but I won't test you. I want you to stand at your ground and say, you did this, you do that. It's not my fault. You understand? It was because of what you did that caused this. Not, oh baby, okay, I'm sorry. Don't be offended. Okay, let's let it go. Oh, hug me. No. You understand? See, no, at that time I needed you to tell me the shit to my face.
Okay.
Tell me to my face that no, babe, this was
You're
your
wrong,
fault.
yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
That's the kind of soft I'm talking about. Okay. It's not soft like, no, of course my man should be soft, but not that kind of soft like what I go, you are not turning to ewu. You get? So I don't want that kind of soft kind of man. Then when you are hard, a man that stands his ground. This is what I want in my relationship, and this is what you should be. Stand your ground. Nah, don't change it. No matter how, hey baby, hey, sure you say you love me. Don't change it, because this is what you want. This is how you want it to be. Spell it out. Let it be like that. I don't want you to come back at this time. Now, Kureba, stand there.
I agree with that.
I don't want you to wear this thing. Stand there.
Yeah, except it's life-threatening, no.
Oh, okay.
Except it's life-threatening.
Okay.
You get? That's the kind of hard I'm talking about.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
This is our budget for this month. Try to make sure that you understand, you economize, and let it go around. Let it go around. Let everybody feel the love from this table, from this money. State it. That's the kind of hard I'm talking about. And God so kind. I get that kind man. No, the man hard. It's okay hard. So that's what I'm talking about. So that's just the difference between the hard and soft. You understand? Okay. That's just it.
Well, it still boils down to what he said. What works for you might not work for others.
Exactly. Because some ladies still prefer the soft kind of people. If like say you now, if like say I see you, you go like soft people.
Why is the mindset about marriage?
Exactly. Even though we know you are not married, but what's your mindset? Let's ask her.
My mindset about marriage. Well, I don't have a problem with marriage. If it comes now, I'm going to settle down. And the only thing I always pray for a man, I don't want all those, when you ask people, what kind of a man do you like? They'll say they want somebody that has white beard like Mr. Emmanuel, or they want somebody that have gray hair like
white beards.
All of them. I want a man that have sense. Sense comes with a lot. Do you understand? Sense comes with a lot. Just have sense. I think that's okay.
She just have sense. She have a direction.
I had a conversation with someone 2 days ago on social media, Facebook.
Okay.
She made a post, and I made an input.
Okay, made a comment.
Yeah.
Okay.
If a man asks you, what are you bringing to the table? How do you feel about it?
How do I feel about what I bring to the table? I am the table. In fact,
Chineke.
A man shouldn't even ask that.
Yeah.
Perfect. You see, that is, I knew why I brought this up. So she said a man shouldn't even ask. A man that will not ask you apparently knows who she's dealing with.
Exactly.
But
what's your worth?
In relationship, we talk about communication. There are men, their pattern of communication differs. I keep saying, as I said, what works for she might not work for.
Exactly.
So if a man asks, let me correct a mindset for you now. If your guy asks you, what are you bringing to the table? I don't think you should pick an offense, or don't say why he should ask. He's trying to open up your communication channel, which I expect you. And I keep educating ladies, especially this young generation. When a man asks you that kind of a question, he's not asking you how much is in your account or how much are you bringing. If I ask you, what I want to know is, what the response I expect is, I am bringing in intelligence.
What if you lose intelligence?
You understand? I'm bringing in intelligence. I'm bringing in moral support. I'm bringing in psychological support. A man needs support to survive, either we like it or not. The moment a man breaks down, that is the end of that man.
And that's why I said I am.
So don't say a man shouldn't even ask. Maybe that should be the way he wants to know you more.
Oh, really?
What I'm going to bring to the table. No, you should not put that question.
No, you shouldn't.
I disagree with you. You should not put that question like that. What are you bringing to the table?
Exactly.
You know,
doesn't even make any sense.
Like hey, we have now we are planning to marry, right? So you can use another word.
What's our contribution? What will be your contribution? No contribution.
What will be your input?
It's still the same thing. What are you bringing to the table?
There's nothing wrong with it.
There's a way you discuss with your future wife that will not bring this input, and what do you bring to the table.
But what's the offense about that question?
Everything is offensive about it. I don't know. Maybe it's the English structure, or the way the Igbo man structure the English.
And that's from the English structure. Also, them asking the question have a different thing. Maybe their mindset, them asking that question don't even know what they're asking.
What do you bring to the table?
Ask him. Like now you said, You are the table, right?
I am the table.
If I am your guy
I mean,
right
look at me.
now, if I'm your guy right now, I'll ask you, how are you the table?
How am I the table?
Yeah, exactly. So
you know why you asked me that question.
Yeah.
If you don't know like you said, if you don't know the type of person you're dealing with, right?
I wouldn't ask.
Exactly.
But assuming that question comes up from somebody who don't reason the way I reason. You get it? How are you the table?
I'm the table.
How?
I'm just the table.
Chineke. Nah. See, I am the table, I'm the pot, I'm the carpet, I'm the any in that house.
See, when you tell me you're the table,
get?
I practically understood you. Then when I said, what input are you going to make into our relationship? You practically should understand that you have known me already. You should know that I'm not even asking about your finances. I'm not asking.
That question is not even coming. My answer is not coming from the finances either.
Exactly. And that's the point I'm trying to make now. You understand? You know the angle I'm coming from. I want to know the depth of your
now let me break it a little.
How we can grow this family together.
Let me break it a little. At least I've seen one that she disagrees with you, right?
Number
one, the question.
Somewhere we will disagree.
Exactly. Number one, the question, and another thing is we also have to understand that most of these people that ask this question have like finance in their mind to ask the question. That's the truth. No,
98% of men that ask that question is talking about finances.
For real.
Where is that ratio coming from?
No, for real. Now let's imagine that.
Guys, do you agree with her? Not that we agree with you. I just feel like
whether they agree or not. Okay, why not just be straightforward and ask me if we happen to get married tomorrow? How do you plan on bringing up our kids?
That's the input.
How do you plan? How do you? No, even the input was not even correct. The word input too, and I don't like that English.
Okay.
I'm still trying to coil an English in a way to sound well that the woman will not feel insulted.
Because
did you understand? Now, in the first place, before you begin to toast that woman, na come enter courtship level, come they reach the level be say na wan marry.
Yes.
You as the man don't see this woman and the kind person wey you define.
You want.
You understand? You don't see and say this woman, if I marry am, he go take care of my woman. So when they ask am that input and bring to the table is a slap to her face.
Okay. Let me tell you the reason why that question is important. Some people, you understand? This is it. There are women that you tell them as a husband. Maybe you didn't discuss much into during your relationship. You could just the fantasy in the relationship doesn't even make you people reason, the depth of what you're going into, right? Okay. So now you come and then you say, babe, see you, this business idea come up, and I want to do something about this thing. She will now say, oh, okay, try am now, and she ends it there. She's never going to ask you anything. The next 3 weeks,
suggestions.
I'll give you suggestions about that stuff.
Okay.
There are people like that. They will not ask you.
Have you seen now that it boils down to having sense? Have you seen now that it boils down to you meeting someone? It's not about physical appearance.
You know what I said? I said it from the beginning. I said, if a man asks, if I'm a woman, a man asks me that question, I won't feel offended. I'll tell you, I'm bringing in intelligence into this marriage. I'm bringing moral.
I'm bringing in a lot, so I can't start mentioning things that I will bring in
to support you with. It's simple. You end it there. It doesn't change anything. If you tell me that, in short, that's what I'm looking for.
I'm giving you kids. I'm changing my name.
Support. You understand? I'm doing this, so babe. I'm doing this. Tell me, okay, you don't do this way, talk that day. Ginger me. That's what I want.
Okay, one person.
Yes, ginger me.
Now, it still boils down to what works for you might not work for other people.
Yes, exactly.
We all have individual differences. We all have different understanding. We all have how we think about life or how we think about what we want, our interests, and all of that. Do you get it?
Right.
So the only thing we should pray for and hope for, she wished for a particular type of man, and she got it. It might not work for other people. It might not work for me.
Yeah.
Do you get? I might say, okay, I want this type of man. That type of man feel no work for me. Now maybe God is trying to use me to change or to make that man the type of man I want. That's if he has sense enough to know that yes, I'm here to actually make him the type of man God wants him to be, or the type of man I want him to be as well.
I think she was trying to carve out a word.
Okay, she's still thinking about
something
it.
just came to mind.
Okay.
I think the best way I feel these things should be handled is like, babe, let's share our dreams.
Now, have you seen now that it makes sense?
It makes sense now. Give me 5, I beg. Please share our dreams.
Have you seen now that it makes sense?
You know, what is our inspiration? Our aspiration concerning this marriage? You
What do
understand?
you think? How do you think the future will be?
Exactly.
Do you
So
get?
from there, you can know if you're marrying a baby robber.
Exactly.
Hey, please, intending groom or getting kind of intending groom and bride. Intending groom. Please learn from this thing that we just said now. Don't ask a woman, what do you bring to the table?
Exactly.
Because
let's share our dream.
hey, Joya, let's share. What is our dreams and aspiration?
Aspiration. Oh my goodness.
It is what it is.
So at least now you have balanced the
Yeah.
world how it should be.
Yeah.
Because that question to me does not
It's
even
better
make
now.
any sense.
I still want people to understand that when people ask that kind of
We shouldn't be offended.
You are still
Me
saying
now, I
it.
don't get offended when you ask
You
that
are
question.
still
But
saying
to
it
me,
differently. You
Oh.
understand?
No, they will learn from you not to
Yes,
communicate.
yes.
I was able to think deep or faster when you say you want trying to call on something.
Good.
And that came to my head.
and it was just
So
it.
somebody might be here, might not be like the way I reason fast. Somebody might not reason that way.
And you got
Nice
it.
one.
You got it.
Yeah, he
People,
did.
are you
He
having
did.
a good
He
time?
did actually. He did. Wow. Woo.
Oh my goodness, this is getting really interesting, guys. You can see that we're having a good time in the studio today. Okay, who is responsible for finances in marriage? So this we have tried to break it down differently. Anybody can be responsible for finance. There's what they call sharing, all right? Sharing, there's what they call kindness in marriage. All of this, you can just do it without you even having to ask your husband for anything or your husband having to ask you for anything. Things can just happen. Things can just flow. That is why you guys are couple. That is why you're married. That is why you chose that path. All right? So you've learned from them. And me too, I've learned. I mean, I'm a single girl and I've been asked questions too and I've answered and I've learned from them. So thank you so much, guys. I mean, this is Edutalk Podcast. This is where we bring you the best content ever, the educative one for that matter. So do not forget to follow all our social media platform, Edutalk Podcast Africa on YouTube, Edutalk_podcast on Instagram, and Edutalk_podcast on TikTok as well. Very soon, we're going to be bringing you guys on Spotify. Yes. So thank you so much for joining us, and we're going to do this again same day with me, your host, Amara Chilaka. Bye-bye.